On the Adobe Express homepage, click on the blue dot in the top left corner and choose a square-sized project. Now we want a spooky background for our Halloween animation, so I'm going to click on Media on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to choose under Photos to generate an image. So we want a square image, which is going to fit our canvas, so I'm going to choose Square. Now describe your spooky Halloween background. If you'd like to, choose some techniques to go along with that. Then hit Generate at the bottom, and let's see what Express gives us. Well, these are amazing. I'm going to go with this one in the bottom right, so I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to set that as my page background. So to do that, I just need to click on the X on the Generate Image panel. It takes me back to the normal image editing panel, and I can click on Set as Page Background. Now's a good time to save our project. Let's call this Halloween Animation. And it's time to start building up our scene. So next, I'm going to go into the elements on the left-hand side, and I'm going to go to Design Assets and search for Halloween. Now I'm going to bring in a few elements that I'd like to use to decorate my scene. Position the elements on your page. Maybe sometimes you'll need to use the flip horizontal, flip vertical tools and fill up your page nicely so that you've got all your spooky characters in place. Okay, now that I've got everything laid out as I want, it's time to animate our different characters here. So I'm going to click on one, and I'm going to scroll down on the left-hand side to Animation, and then I'm not going to use in animations for these characters. I'm just going to use the looping animations. This ghost, for example, maybe this ghost is going to bob in. There we go. He's going to bob around. Brilliant. And then maybe this witch is going to be bungeeing. No, sorry, looping. So let's go for yo-yoing. Here we go. Up and down. There we go. If you find that you want to change some of the animation settings, click on it again, and then you can maybe bring the speed down, bring the intensity down. There we go. Something like that looks great. There we go. So I'm going to go ahead now and add these animation loops to all of my characters. Great, so if you want to see your animation now, just click on the play button down here on the timeline. There we go. And we've got it all going on there. Oh, I forgot the bat. How did I forget the bat? Let's add an animation for my bat as well. There we go. Let's bring in some video layers. So I'm going to click on the left-hand side, and I'm going to go to Videos under Media, and I'm going to search for maybe lightning. And now I'm going to bring in one of these video clips with lightning bolts on them. This one looks great. So I'm going to click on that. And there we go. It's added it there onto my canvas. But I'd like it to fill the page. So I'm going to click Fill Video. There we go. And now if I click Play, we've got these cool lightning bolts going across the sky. Now, what about my scene though? I can't see my scene. Well, I'd like to make the dark part of this video transparent. We do that using blend modes. And if we use the screen blend mode, it keeps the lighter parts like that and hides the darker parts. So now I've got these lightning bolts coming across my scene. But I'd like those lightning bolts to be behind my characters. So let's use my layer stack, drag that down so that it's right in the back, just in front of my haunted house background. There we go. That looks really cool. That looks brilliant. Yeah, happy with that. Now then, I think my lightning bolts come to an end around here because, yeah, I see this green screen. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, at that point, trim back my scene. There we go, just to there. So now my scene is about, there we go, about 10 seconds long. That's perfect. Well, now I'm going to go back into Media and maybe look for some smoke or some glowing lights and just add them in the same way using the blend modes. I love that. It looks great. Right, now then, let's move on to our boo text. So I'm going to click on text and I'm going to add my text and I'm just going to type in here boo with a exclamation mark or two. Let's just change this text to white for now so that we can see what's going on. Right, now then, let's think of our font. So over on the left-hand side, I'm going to click on View All here, and I'm searching for a nice, chunky, thick font. This one looks great. Something that's really thick because we're going to need that thickness to see our animation behind the text. Right, that looks great. So now it's time to add a shape. So I'm going to scroll down on the left-hand side, add a shape. And the shape we want is going to be black. So let's change the shape fill color to black. And now we want a specific shape. So if you click on Show More under the basic shapes, here we go. Here's the one we want. You see, we want this shape to fill the whole canvas. So if I click on that, there we go. It's now hidden everything that's behind this text box with this big black shape. So now if I go back to the shape settings, I could choose cutout text. And there we go. Now I can see my animation behind this shape. Now then, let's click play. There you go. You can see now I've got that animation going on behind. But what we can also do is animate this text box. So let's go back out of the shape settings with this little back arrow. And let's scroll down to animation. And how do we want our text to arrive? Maybe you want it to typewriter in. That's quite cool. Or flicker in. Those are cool as well. Or fade in. I can go with flicker, I think. And then what about a loop? Well, I think a yo-yo would be good here. And what about getting it to yo-yo all the way up to the top of my canvas and all the way to the bottom? So we can do that using the intensity slider. There we go, like that. And maybe I can bring the speed down a bit so that we can kind of see more behind it. Okay, let's click play and let's have a look and see how it looks. Cool, that looks great. Let's see if we can get some background music. Let's go to media and let's go up to audio. And I'm going to search here for haunted and see what I get. Haunted, what have we got here? Oh, this one's good. A spooky haunted house. Let's bring that in. So I'm going to bring in my spooky haunted house. Let's try this. Right, okay, great. And what about our big reveal? Well, what we want to do is we want this text to disappear so we can see our entire scary scene right at the end. So let's click on the text and now let's show layer timing. Okay, and so all we need to do is peel the end of our text clip back a little bit. Okay, so at the moment it's just going to disappear like that, but we can use an animation on this text, can't we? So if we go down to animation, how do we want it to go out? Well, maybe we want it to do something like pop out, something like that. That would work quite well. So, and you can go into the settings, change duration, change the intensity if you'd like to. Let's try that. That's cool. Yeah. Now then, what do we want there? Do we want maybe sound effects? What about a scream there? Let's for a scream. There we go. Bring that in. And now let's just time it so that that scream comes in the same time. So I'll click back on my text and let's just drag my scream back to where that. Let's go back to the text. Yeah, back a little bit. Okay, and let's try that. And you could even record your own voiceover in there by clicking on audio, record voiceover. You could say happy Halloween if you wanted to. Right at the end, I think my music needs to fade out. So let's just choose my music track, fade out, and there we go. I'm done. If you want to share it, you can download this as an MP4 file, or you can click share. You can hand it in there to Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or you can click on view only link and that'll publish your cool animation to the internet. And anyone who clicks on the link can see and hear your cool animated video. There we are then. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you on another one soon. Bye for now.